When the West hit the screen, it just feel different. When the West and your queen, it just feel different. Emulate all you want, boy, you still different. Oh no, I ain't done, time to kill switch it. They like, oh, you can't say that. Niggas butt hurt cause they bringin' LA back. Don't act like y'all niggas ain't say that. Don't make me run a playback cause nigga, we can pick up and start up cause it's time to eat. Green light, hey, green lights, this shit can't get deep. This a safe space, I'ma shed light. If it's on, then it's on side, bitch. A friendly squabble up ain't shit. And bro, I don't know how you go, but we don't war over hoes cause these bitches ain't shit. Go ahead, push the button, yeah, ready, set, go. Yeah, ho, get up, don't let your ego fuck your shit up. We talk not to fear, no nigga.
Hold up, wait a minute, all my niggas get gangsta with it. Hold up, wait a minute, all my bitches get gangsta with it.
Shit, how much money can I get today? And little mama acting like she with the shits today. A whole nigga out here, check the fish today. A nigga came with the sauce like a fish fillet. Feel like everything just clicked today. Had her hitting high notes like Michelin. Take it. Shit, it's like she had her first dick today. Shit, now she love Jason. In about 10 months she'll be like, fuck Jason. Tell your homegirls that it's fuck Jason. Then you find out your homegirl fuck Jason. It's crazy, but it get crazier than that. Let y'all niggas have it, now I'm taking it back. I want it right now, I'm impatient in fact. Give me that, man, y'all niggas ain't taking it back. Oh. Comptown P, or you can call me CHACHI. Stay high, I stay doing what y'all niggas can't do. Say some more,
You hear what I mean? What's the deal, man? We are live, man, and today I got a special guest with me, man, right here, and this is really new for me. This is really new for me, but yeah, man, we got Bizzle in the building, man.
What's good?
What's good with you, bro?
I'm glad to be back out here in LA, chilling.
Yeah, man. I love that. I mean, because you had your Houston hat on. When you walked in here, one of the homies was like, is bro, where y'all from? And I was like, nah, I think bro from Houston.
No, hey, I got a new record on the new album talking about that with the hats, man. But hey, see, I live in Houston where I can wear whatever hat I want.
Yeah, it's called the Ace Crown, huh?
You feel me?
Yeah.
But I'm a disloyal fan when it comes to the hat, so I got all the teams.
Oh, you got all the teams?
Yeah, all of them. We just got to match.
You know, people take that serious, though.
I know, because I'll be at the airport, they be yelling out.
Yeah, they
don't be knowing the
bro,
players.
how long you been a fan?
Bruh.
They be like,
hey, it just went with the shoes, brother.
Yeah. You got to get you an LA hat, bro.
I got a gang of LA hats.
Yeah, just stick with that LA hat, man, and you straight, homie. Just don't walk into that Astro Stadium, though, with that. Oh, it's crazy.
Hey, yeah. They're going to have smoke for me, especially because of the recent, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
LA and Houston bump heads recently.
Yeah, because y'all like cheating.
Here we go.
Y'all like cheating. It's
Wait,
okay.
but who's y'all? Who's y'all?
You a part of them now? You in there? Nah, you live out there.
Hey, I'm 50-50. I ain't going to lie.
Are you 50-50?
Yeah, I'm 50-50. I used to always, because everybody out there be like, bro, you so Cali. And then when I come out here, they be like, you country. And I've been out there country? Like half of them. I don't know. People just say the way I talk. But when I'm out there, they say I do Cali. My R's all. Yeah, so.
Oh, yeah, we talk proper.
But, so you know, when you from somewhere, you bang that wherever you go. Mm-hmm. So I was out in the H-Town. Everybody know I'm from L.A.
Yeah.
But then I had to look up like, bro, I've been out here like half my life now.
I might think I'm from Houston.
I'm kind of from Houston too. You feel me?
All right, let me ask you this. Did you graduate high school?
I graduated high school.
You from Houston?
Here we go.
You from Houston? It's over.
Hey,
wherever you graduated high school, that's where you from, bro.
Okay, I'll be there. I love Houston.
Yeah, shout out to Houston, man. I love Houston too. Good vibes, good people. Yeah. The hospitality is crazy. The food is wild. It's crazy. Like, I love it, man. I love it. Just the whole, the whole essence. Everybody fly too. It ain't like they, moving slow like some of the southern states, what I mean? They kind of moving slow, but they on top of everything.
Yeah, folks be sleeping on Houston, man. It's really dope. I like the vibe out there.
So what bring you back to your hometown, man? What you got going?
Man, first and foremost, I'm here to promote the album. You know what I'm saying? Dropping the album May 23rd. It's called Nobody's Mascot. And then, you know, side mission. Well, this really the side mission, but my little sister having a baby shower. You know what I'm saying? Out here, so I'm trying to kill like 6 birds with 1 stone.
So little sis says she ain't going to Houston.
Right? Nah, I'm the only one who went to Houston.
Oh, and stayed. That's tight though, man.
Yeah,
that's tight. That's tight. Did you just drop a song?
Yeah, I literally dropped one today.
You literally dropped one today. Was it this morning?
Yeah,
this morning. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm like, he just dropped a song this morning. He gone.
Hey man, trying to keep it moving, trying to keep up out here. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, cause you're not signed though. You on your independent grind. You on your independent grind. Yeah. How's that working for you?
It's been working well. Really well. I haven't really needed to sign to nobody or nothing like that. Been able to provide for my family pretty well, you know what I'm saying? And so, and I get to talk how I want. I get to say what I want. Yeah. Which is something that the type of deal I would need if I signed one, they wouldn't nobody give me, because you can't really, I'm not really for being muzzled, you know what I'm saying, if I gotta say something.
So is it like you would categorize yourself as a Christian rapper?
Yeah. So
when you walk into these major labels, I'm assuming they kind of don't understand it.
I mean, usually the conversations are about not being a Christian rapper, right? Like a lot, even platforms like, yo, why you call yourself a Christian rapper? And I'm a rapper, right? I don't correct people. They be like, oh, he rap. No, that's Christian rapper. Like,
you're right.
It ain't that. But, you know, I'm also not ashamed of it, right? And sometimes I feel like Christian rap has had like a stigma to where people don't want to say they're a Christian rapper because people going to assume you whack, assume you corny, right? I used to. You feel me? I didn't really rock with no Christian rap when I was out here. And so...
And I wonder why, though. Is it because rap is just like where it comes from and originated, maybe street culture, maybe little gang violence in there, drug activity?
I think
if you speaking
pretty
about
much
positive,
anti everything that's pushed in mainstream. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so on top of just, you know, us serving God and that whole piece, it's like, bruh, it's how we raising our kids, and usually if you in the dark, you don't want the light around, man, get the square. Get this, you know what I'm saying? You don't want somebody who's gonna, and so I just want people to have an option though. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm gonna provide an option. Now you got something you can listen to if you want. You know what I'm saying? But it don't have to be about glorifying the drugs, the killing and all that. Like, over time, anything you listen to, that's how you program people, right? Programming is they'll sit you like in a movie, they sit you there, they play something over and over. So like when you listen to the radio and you hearing that all day, every day, it's like, bro, you really can't defend against that. So it's, you know, we here to bring balance to it. You feel me?
So it's like almost God brought his angels to clean up a little bit and to see if, like, let me throw this, sprinkle this in here real quick. Let me see if they love it, since y'all love music so much. And it is, music is influential. Like, it's the power of it is crazy. Let me sprinkle this in here. Let me see if they gonna like it or not. And like you said, people kind of like, I don't know, man, because I still want to drink and smoke, but it's still cool. Like,
yeah, I mean, but you know, we still talk about real stuff. Like, I got a record, and I can't go all the way into it because it's kind of gonna mess up the ending. But I got a record just about a father and you know how important it is to spend time with your sons before you don't have that time no more. Before, you know, how do you got kids?
Yeah, 4.
Bruh, when you 1 minute they crawling, next minute they walking, next minute and it's like, dang, you know, I don't want to look back and have regrets because I was out here trying to get it so I can provide for you, but I wasn't providing my time, right? And so that's something you can take regardless, and I would hope somebody would be able to relate to it and get something from it.
Yeah.
Or I got a record called "Who's the Man," right? God willing, it can save somebody's life. It's about having road rage, right? Like in the video, I'm driving, some dude flipped me off. I don't know about how you are. Like, I always had like a bad temper when it came to road rage, especially before Christ. And so I'll chase you down, throw something. If I got something, I'll throw it at your car. You know what I'm saying? But
oh yeah, you one of them? Oh no.
You feel me? And so, you know, but that stuff can get people killed out here. You know what I'm saying? And so in the record, I'm driving, I got my kids in the car, and now it's like I'm stuck having to make that decision between, do I do this in front of my kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I lay out the options of what can happen. Like, if you want to be the man, right, and you want to stand up and be like, yo, you ain't finna. But if you're not there for your kids' graduation and you in the grad, what's that? Are you the man for that? You feel me? Like, and so it's about the content that could still help people live this life we gotta live, because whether you serve Christ or you out here doing what you want to do, you still gotta live this life.
I think well, I don't think hip hop was always like that. It was kind of like when it first, you know, originated, it was still fun, and you know, and then it was revolutionary rap, and then I don't know, like when it kind of took that turn, you know, where the violence almost kind of intrigued people the most. But it was still there. And even if you had the Pac will always give you those certain songs that still like stick with you.
Yeah,
even the Cube would give you, you know what I'm saying, the Dear Mamas and all that. And Cube would give you, you know, gave you one of those songs, gave us a few of those songs that still stick with us for the rest of our life. So I mean, it's really nothing wrong with it, but still, like, we more so glorify those wrong things, and I don't know why, but me too, like you said, like me too, like, he a Christian rapper, like what the hell is he finna rap about, like Jesus? And I don't, man, turn that off, you know what I mean? I ain't even give it a chance, and that's what we run up against. But I also feel like Eminem rapped about stuff I couldn't relate to, but he rapped it so dope I listened anyway. And so if I can bar you to death, like, you gonna still listen the same way I listen to him talk about killing his mama and all. Like, I wasn't with that, so you might not be with what I'm with, but if I say it dope enough, you gonna listen, and maybe it can influence you like the opposite influences you. You feel me? And so, you know, we just out here trying to bring some balance to the game, because we don't like the results of the things that we support, right? So let's say music about going out there smashing a gang of chicks, right? We'll complain about, you know, fatherlessness, and we look at the stats and, oh, the father's not in the home and this leads to this and that. We acknowledge that, but then it's like, but we celebrate the stuff, the actions that lead to fathers being not in the house, because you can't be in 6 homes at one time. You feel me? And so it's like, I'm just trying to bring some logic. You know what I'm saying? And for at the end of the day, I'm always gonna stand on we all need Jesus, right? But if I can find some common ground, we can start there. No, that's crazy. And you said, let's go back to, you know, how it originated. You from Los Angeles?
Yeah,
from Los Angeles. And then what area are you from?
So I grew up in Cudahy. My pop stayed in Compton.
That's crazy. I stayed in Cudahy.
For real? Yo,
I think I went to an elementary school called Elizabeth or something like that.
Hold on.
I did, dog.
Oh, see, but you younger. I went to Elizabeth.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn. My mama had me stand over there. I'll never forget. We had some good little times in Cudahy. I was super young, though, homie. I probably was like 3, but we probably only stayed probably like a couple years and got out of there.
Hey, that's mad fun. Hey, folks don't be knowing about Cudahy. It's like one stop off the freeway. You pass it.
I told my mom I got a good memory. I'm like, man, we stayed somewhere in Cudahy. She was like, how you remember that, boy? You was young.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I went to Elizabeth. I'll never forget that. But go ahead, Cudahy.
Yeah, you know, we stayed over there off 120th and Elva. When I got saved, I lived in Riverside for a minute. When I got saved, I was living over off like Vermont, like 124th, 123rd. And you know, we was out here doing the rap thing, grinding, putting out mixtapes, all that good stuff. And then
how exactly did you get saved though?
So I always had a belief in God, right? But I just didn't walk according to what I said I believed. And so I was doing me, right? Which is Satan's main #1 plan: do what thou wilt, do whatever you want to do. You do, you know what I'm saying? And so I was doing me, and we was out here grinding, boom, boom, boom. Now, at the time, at first I'm not really into illegal activity because I got to stay out of jail, right? Because the homies, like, I'm the ticket. So I'm rapping. The label is pushed. All this stuff is funded by prostitution, drugs, stuff like that, right? And so eventually, though, you know what I'm saying, I get low. All the homies got bread. And I'm talking about, like, when you in the squad and you the rapper and people know you, but the homies is like, yo, let's get motorcycles. And everybody get up and get motorcycles. And I'll be like, yo, I can't. You feel me? Like,
I ain't got it.
At all. You feel me? And so I end up, yo, you know, from me some weed, from me some pills. You know what I'm saying? And I did a little bit of that. For me, the math ain't make sense. When my job check was more than my weed check, you feel me?
Yeah.
And so what ended up happening is I ended up linking up with this female who, you know, was a prostitute or whatever. End up falling into the same thing with the homies. We getting money, we bouncing down to Vegas, bouncing around, whatever. And long story short, though, so prior to that, I was starting to go to church, right? And look how God worked. My car breaks down, my cousin's car break down. So we sharing a rental car, right? I'll pay for a week, you pay for a week. That's how we moving.
Yeah.
And so he plays a saxophone at the church. So when he go to church, I gotta go to church, right? Yeah. And so then I start, you know, getting back into it, start reading, start going to Bible study. Money get low. The lick came, I'm out of there, right? I'm bouncing around, not going to church no more, none of that. And so one day, you know, the young lady's like, yo, can you take me to go pick up my little brother from practice? I'm like, cool. You know what I'm saying? At the time we driving her Escalade, she's on the other side, you know, she's out there in the IE. So we come out here, we pull up to a church. I'm thinking like we picking up her brother from like basketball practice, football. No, he's drumming at the church. That's the practice, right?
Yeah.
And so we walk in there, and then I come to find out, bruh, this is her father's the pastor, and this is her family's church. And so now it rocked me because I was going to church, getting closer to God. I left to go chase the money. Now I'm back in church, but in opposition to God. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so the girl that's prostituting, her father is the pastor. Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hey, listen, but that's what the enemy want to do. You out here speaking all this God stuff, I'm gonna go for your kids and try to mess up that example. You feel me? So people can have that the pastor's daughter. You feel me? Like, and so it's real. That's why I try not to judge people too hard, because everybody act like we scrapping with the same size demons, and we ain't always.
So did you eventually tell the pastor what was going on?
No. No, that was not my place.
Man, your daughter outside with me, man.
That was not my place. But
man, my God!
But it showed me how easy it was to get far from God and still feel like you was close. Like yo, I'm really out here doing it. Like in my mind, you can spin stuff in your mind, especially if you smart. You can manipulate yourself. Like, you know what? The last dude that was pimping, he was out here buying this and this with spending the money on this. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the money, flip it in this music. Once we pop, I'll get her out the game, and now I'm the hero. So now I'm the good guy while I got her out here. You feel me? And that's what I was doing. And so that was that wake up call. Like, dang, how did I get here? You know what I'm saying? I was raised by my mother, single mother. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother, like. That was never really in the cards, but along the way, it became something I got more open to.
What day was like, you know what? I'm quitting all of this, and this is it for me.
I was in after that is when I started to reel it back. It didn't stop like right then, but I couldn't with a clear conscience. You know how you try to force yourself to do something that ain't really you no more?
Yeah.
And so I remember I prayed to God like, I've tried to read the Bible a lot of times in my life, and it was hard, and I wasn't interested like that. It feels forced. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I remember just being like, yo, can you help me to want to read the Bible? Like, I've tried. Can you help me want to read it? You know what I'm saying? Give me that desire. And it wasn't that day, but eventually one of them days I woke up and I started reading, and it's like I couldn't put it down. And me, like, I didn't know I had ADHD till I got way older. But I never like reading, right? So I'm not the type, you know how people be like, you pick up a book and it's like you just disappear into this land. No, I'm here very aware. I'm looking at a page with words on it and it's boring. You feel me? Like,
I was just telling the homie that the other day. I'm like, I'm reading this book. Then I start reading. Then I'm starting to think about the gym, but I'm reading the words. The gym, my kids, we doing all that, but I'm steady reading the words. I'm like, my mind is wild,
bruh.
And I'm like, man, I ain't reading this.
But
man,
that's why you gotta just keep it 100. Like, keep it 100 with the Lord. Like, I want to read this, but I don't like. I want to read it. You feel me?
Yeah.
And bruh, I promise, because I used to be over. You know, it was stuff like between blacks and Mexicans out here. So I never really went back to Cut 80. I used to chill over off 124th and Anzac and Compton with the black folks. And so I would be over there. We playing Madden. In my mind, I'd be kind of like, I low key want to get back to see what's gonna happen next. You know what I'm saying? In the Bible.
Book. Okay.
I never felt that way about no book, and especially about the Bible. You know what I'm saying? I grew up being forced to go to church and all that, and so I wanted to hold on to that feeling. You know what I'm saying? And so I just been walking ever since. And honestly, I never knew, like, bro, I've been able to support my family off of rapping for him for about 12, 13 years.
So you changed your life. You still doing music. You know,
that was a process.
That was a process to still bring that over into the music. Cause like, what was your first song that was fully dedicated to God, like the Lord and the message?
So look, first I tried to jump straight over to do some Christian rap. Mm-hmm. It was the kind of corny you be thinking about. Like, I didn't know the Bible like that. You know, it was that.
Lord
bro.
Jesus, hey man, we finna get up in here.
You feel me? That's all I knew how to say. I'm gonna do what I'm saying, but I'm gonna put some Jesus on it. You feel me? And it sounded terrible, bro. Yeah. And so I had to deal with in my conscience, like, bro, my music for the devil was dope. And this music is whack. I don't want to do. So I went through that. Then I was like, well, maybe I'll just stop talking about drugs and killing and all that. I'll just do stuff for the women.
Right.
Then I was like, well, no, you know what, Lord? I don't even know, like, my motives. Yeah, when I was little, I had this passion for music and the art. But along the way, you start trying to get the bag. I want the big house, the cars, the money, all that stuff. And so I was like, my motives, I'm sure, have gotten clouded over the years from when you put the desire in me. So if you want me to, I'll leave it alone. Like, I'll let it go. And you know how much I love it. But I'm not sure what you want me to do. You know what I'm saying? And so I put down music for a minute. And then, you know, I went, I don't know if you know about and I hate bringing it up because it's still like 13 years later and it always come up. But I did this record going to Jay-Z because it was just a lot of blasphemy, right, toward Jesus. And one thing is, I wasn't as close to Jesus before, so it didn't affect me the same. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and that's why I tell people, it's like, you wouldn't let nobody disrespect your mama in front of you.
Right.
But when they disrespect the God you say you served, you be like, oh man, he just no, I wouldn't give you that pass if you disrespected my mama. You feel me? And so it started to be a little more personal. And I started to, because I was a Jay-Z fan.
So you went and diss Jay-Z.
Yeah, I went the only way I knew how to go. Right? I'm still fresh off. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm fresh out.
Okay.
And so it's like, oh, that's what we doing? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so that joint, I was working at Walmart at the time. Overnight shift. Mm-hmm. I sent that joint to World Star like 9 to something, but right before I'm about to go to work. Bruh, when I tell you within like 10 minutes that joint was up, I hit refresh, 10,000 views. Refresh, 20,000. I was like, oh.
It's going.
And I went back to work. and just over here, scanning stuff in the back. You know what I'm saying? And after that, I still was like, you know, I just spent a lot of time in prayer, like, because I didn't feel good enough to be no Christian rapper. I felt like I didn't know, and people just, I guess they make it seem like you just gotta already be at a certain level and point, and I was so new. I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I think a lot of people rock with me, because they've been able to see me grow. They've been able to, if that first record had the N-word all over that joint, you know what I'm saying? I was doing it the way I knew how. And so I just try to keep it a buck as much as I can so that, you know, people relate, Christian or not.
Yes, you kind of like one of the few that people really, really love, you know, doing this out here. So how does it feel kind of like being in the forefront of this? Because, well, not a lot of the new generation, they love Miles. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Miles Minnick, you know what I'm saying? They love him, but you know what I'm saying? You also out here doing your thing too. So how does it feel like to be in the forefront of it?
I mean, it's dope. It's a lot of pressure. Because when you're in this lane, right, just when you in the world, you got people want to hate on you all day, every day anyway. But then I feel like there's less margin for error over here, and that's why I try to be so transparent in my music, because I don't want to be put on no pedestal, and I don't want to try to live up to people's expectations and so that's why I try to share my ugly stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I see somebody like, relationship goals, I put out a record. Like I got a record called Work It Out, and I'm talking about the struggles we dealing with. People like, oh man, I bet you're just the best father ever, because they see me in pictures smiling with. Nah, I put out a record called From the Outside, because that's what it looked like from the outside, but in the inside, this is what I'm struggling with. Because sometimes people can't. That's why I didn't think I could be a Christian rapper, right? Yeah. Somebody I heard or saw had to make it look like it was unattainable. And so I don't never want to make this walk look like that for people. So when they get here, they feel like they were sold a lie. You feel me?
With Miles Minnick, like, is it a breath of fresh air to see him like on them Rolling Loud stages and doing that in front of all of these kids and, you know, getting that message across?
Heck yeah, I like Miles is a homie, so you know what I'm saying. I'm biased too, but because I know Miles, and I feel like who better to do it than send Miles out there? You feel me? Yeah. And so it was dope. It was definitely dope to see. And he held it down, because a lot of people say what they gonna do when they get there, and then they don't do that. Right. And he held it down. He didn't try to put the mute button on Jesus. You know what I'm saying? None of that. So
I've seen a lot of people posting him. He has a lot of people like advocating for him, like really going hard for him. One of the ones I seen recently is DJ Head. I seen him going hard for him. And then I'm like, man, let me go ahead and get this and try. Because I'm still, in my mind, I don't know why. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to get with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I turned it on. I'm like, bro, hard.
Let's go. Hey.
And I'm like, hold on. Bro, hard, homie. Like, and then, like, the homie back here, you know what I mean? Shout out to the homie back here, man. He like, man, he want to come do some stuff, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what? So I'm going through your stuff, so I'm like, man, come on, bro. Hey, this is wild,
and then
man.
Look, on top of that, you hear you be like, that's hard, and then guess what? You say you got 4 kids. Yeah. When they in the whip, you can throw it on. They ain't got to think about nothing. Like, even that part. Right. But you know how many songs I know now that I didn't realize what they were saying, half of them? Yeah. And then some of them, I knew what they were saying. I was like, bruh, how was I listening to that?
Man, my fiance, she'll throw on Sexy Red, and I'm like, man, turn that off now. No, it's going, but I'm like, hold on. I'm like, nah, and turn that off. That might just be for, you know, all of us, but booty me, you know what I'm saying? It's going. Goodness. I'm like, you really got to be conscious of what you really letting the kids listen to, and a lot. And I would say most of the music out here it's kind of like vulgar, and I ain't even saying kind of, but it is vulgar, especially a lot of the female rap that's out here that's leading the way right now too.
Yeah,
and
but
it's
see,
a lot of
it gets there gradually when we don't call it what it is in the moment, right? So remember when you said where hip hop started? Hip hop's always been rooted in pride, right? Period. Look, and this every generation looks back. And they don't see theirs, but they see the current generation because now they got new eyes. And so you had what's the name? Folks used to be battling, right? That's I'm better than you. You a sucker MC. We putting each other down. We do. That's where it started, right?
Yeah.
But then you got people talking about what was that? Sugar Hill Gang. I'm Ip the Dip. The ladies pimp. The women fight for my delight.
Yeah.
How is being the ladies pimp with the women fighting for your delight any better than when Snoop came and said, just ain't but hoes, and you feel me? Like, it's just a graduation, and folks get older, and then the seeds that they was cool with when they planted, now they dealing with these trees and they trying to chop them down, and it's hard.
It's hard.
You feel me? And so, and if you watch the trajectory, you had Lil' Kim, right? I'm the queen bee. Yeah. Right? Then you had Trina. I'm the baddest bee. Right? You have it's getting worse and worse and worse. And even with the drugs, we be like, oh man, it's different because we was only talking about weed. Well, we was only rapping about selling drugs. We wasn't talking about doing them. This generation tripping. But if I can sell drugs and not be the villain, then what I'm doing ain't bad. So how is doing the drugs bad? Right? If I get to be the hero when I'm the drug dealer. And so these things is why I was able to come up with a single mother, a grandmother who was a Christian, right? But over time, after you hear, I'm a mother, P-I-M-P, hey, that pimp stop being a bad word.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Real.
It stopped being a bad thing.
So you feel like you planting your seed right now in this foundation, you know what I'm saying, and it's going to grow, and, eventually your trees turn into multiple trees, and that's how it's going to go. Indeed,
and we're giving people an option, even with parents, right? You have an option, more options. You can put miles in. It don't got to be me, because I'm not fighting for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can put miles in. You could put. I'll ask somebody what they listen to, what their kids listen to, and tell them who they probably would rock with in Christian rap. That ain't me, because the person you name that you listen to don't sound like me. Right? You feel me? But if you have that option, at least they can come up with some balance. You know what I'm saying?
While doing this, who have you been surprised by that's hit you up that wanted to do music?
That wanted to do music?
Yeah.
Probably Tyrese. Not too long ago.
That's crazy because you and Tyrese did have that little back and forth.
That's when that happened. I actually went out to his crib and we was working on some stuff.
So was he mad at you?
No.
Hold on. What was going on in that conversation? Yeah, bring me back up to speed.
So the homie Ruslan, shout out to him. That was his podcast. He just put that on the headline so it could. You feel me? So really, what it was about is about. Tyrese felt like I can be bigger, I can reach more people. But by me putting this Christian rap title, you know what I'm saying, on it that I might not be able to, it might put me in the box. And so that's what it was. He's like, yo, bro, like, you ill, you got it.
You're a rapper.
And I kind of, bruh, you know what the culture is like. I don't know if you bang or nothing like that, but we around this culture.
No, I ain't doing that. There's too many Ricos going on.
No, it's hard. It's hard for somebody to tell you to tuck your flag, right? And for whatever reason. And so when I'm coming in, I'm a Christian rapper, and if I want to take it off so that you can accept me, that feel kind of, I don't know. So I'm a rock it, and you know what I'm saying.
Oh, you really want that title? That's the category.
I mean, at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is to get people over to Christ. how can I do that by being ashamed that I'm a Christian?
Well, you don't have to be ashamed that you're a Christian, but it's just like if you're a real true artist, and you want your artistry out there, you don't go by a label. You don't categorize yourself under anything. You're just a real true artist, and your art is gonna get out there and it's gonna touch the people regardless.
True.
That's probably what he's saying. You know what I mean?
It's his pros and cons, right? Because ideally, I would like to create, well, not me create, right? Because Christian rap is his own genre, but it's a section, right? Just like remember when they had CDs in stores. You have to go over to the gospel section to hear gospel music. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, and so I'm trying to push it to where it's a point where they like, there's a whole section of music over here. You know what I'm saying? It's not just me, but it's a whole genre of music that's uplifting, bro. These Christian rappers, bro. We fathers, we husbands, like. It's a lot of dope people that's doing a lot of dope stuff at young ages that people wouldn't expect from us coming from where we come from.
It is though pros and cons with that though, because if you tell me you're a Christian rapper, I'm automatically kind of boycotting you in a sense.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I'm kind of like and if he got to be the hardest. He got to be the hardest nigga going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's just how it's. But if you were just a rapper. And you dropping your shit on iTunes, whatever the case may be, and then you just charting. Now you just gotta listen. Now this consumer just has to listen. Now they gotta be like, bro, really hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then it can just be a flurry of people that's just you, like Miles Minnick, y'all just coming, and it's like, hold on, they holding top 10. You know what I'm saying? Let us get up here first and then categorize.
If a single mother comes to you asking what kind of music, you don't have nowhere to say. She has to know about me, right?
I don't want to know about the specific artist.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I want you to have to know about Bizzle. I want you to know about Christian rap, so you can go over there.
Everybody,
and then there's a section you can shop in, right? Mm-hmm. But I've also thought about that because it might be an obstacle that might not be necessary. You know what I'm saying? But it might be necessary for me. Maybe that's how God had me moving, because maybe it keeps me accountable. Because I walk in and you know who I'm representing. You know what I'm saying? So I can't come up in here like these cameras cut off and be like, yo, where the hoes at, right? Because I walked in with Christ's name on me already. Yeah. You feel me? I don't get to be undercover.
Well, even if you, it's a lot of artists out there that's not necessarily talking about Christ or whatever the case may be. But it's a lot of artists not talking about drugs, prostitution, killing, and stealing. Facts. Also,
facts.
And those artists are huge. You know what I mean? But
even that should have and that's what I'm saying, a genre or a space, I guess.
Well, you're saying rap should have a lot of subgenres, is what you're saying.
Well, it does, kinda, right?
Well, when you go to iTunes, you just hitting rap. We not hitting the Christian rap, the melodic rap. Hell no, it's over.
Cause I don't even be on there like that no more.
Nah, you can't. It's no category for anything. It's just rap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't. Me personally, I wouldn't put the Christian rap thing on it. I would just be an artist, and then I would just let people fall into it. Like, okay, the artistry is beautiful, and then it's just a whole flurry of people over here that do exactly what I do. Man, you know what I mean?
I get it.
For real. Because I don't want people to be. I don't want people to be like, oh no, man, I ain't listen. Because I'm one of those. I do it. I did it.
But look, I know. And I know that. I anticipate that.
Yeah.
And I feel it because I be thinking like, dang. Should I not? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't like. You see this right here, my wedding ring. Like,
yeah,
I'm not taking this off so I could double my fan base and reach women. I'm not like. I feel some type of way about that.
Great analogy.
Even if it'll help. Yeah. Even if I don't know that I want it that. You know what I'm saying? And so I kind of feel like if this closes the door, then it wasn't the door I was supposed to go through. If somebody rejects it because I'm a Christian, then they're really rejecting him. And if I got records that you might not know, then I'm a Christian rapper if you heard it, right? Because I don't feel the need to make sure I have to say Jesus 20 times on every record. But I have to let you know that my perspective is based on him. So when every time you say, because you might be like, oh, I don't believe that Jesus, but you just said that was the realest you ever heard, right?
Yeah.
That's where it came from. It came from, it might not be a Bible verse, oh, John 13 says that, but it was a perspective and a mindset state that came from his word, that when you saw it and didn't know it came from him, you said that was real.
Yeah.
So you got to do something with that.
Or is there any people that you feel like that you look at now, you're like, hold on, they really actually fans of me? Like, and you would have never thought they'll be fans of you right now?
A lot. I mean, probably. So me and Steph Curry,
y'all did a song.
Yeah, we ended up doing the video.
That's crazy, for a record. Man.
But,
come on, homie. What he said? Hold on, let me rap about this Jesus. Let me see, man, what's going on.
He was just in the video. He was just in the video. But
he was in the video.
Yeah, he pulled up. He pulled up for it, and so that's definitely one of them ones where I'll be like, that's crazy. Like you live in it, so you don't really be seeing it like that. But every now and then you can pull back. Like,
how did that connection come about for him to even pull up to want to be in the video?
So we was already rocking by then.
Okay.
Right. So every time he in town, you know what I'm saying, I pull up to the games. He shoot me. Yeah. So that's how we met. He was rocking with the music.
So listen here, kids. If you want that great shot, that 3-pointer. We ain't listening to the NBA, young boy. He listening to the Bizzle. I'm just trying to tell y'all something.
Let's go.
Lord Jesus' name, amen. Don't even worry about it. Yeah. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all. Okay. Go ahead, man. So, yeah, man, my boy's in the video. You know what I'm saying? Y'all built the relationship. You know what I mean? And he said he wanted to come and pull up on you.
Yeah. So, I asked him to pull. I said, yo, if we shoot this video, are you going to pull up? Okay. He's like, bet. And then, you know what I'm saying, he came through. So him, even early on, like Boy Wonder, he reached out to me early on. And it was just a God thing, bro, the way it worked. Because if you like understand my story, I had to cut. You do music or you ever, like, it's hard, bro.
I tried.
Well, look, anything, right? Because you're still building something. Anything that you building, the further into it you get, is harder to knock down. Mm-hmm. So when I'm out here, I'm recording my music. I had a video with Rocket back when he was signed to Jeezy, and we out here. I got a record with Dirty Birdie, and so I have to scrap everything. You know what I'm saying? Like that was hard to do, and so I scrapped my connect to the money. I remember praying to God like, all right, Lord, I'm gonna do this, but I ain't got no money for no promo. I ain't got no money. Like I was working at Walmart, bro. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so he ended up making stuff happen. I started dropping mixtapes. An engineer from that first record, he said, yo, I wanna mix and master your stuff for free. I said, bet. But I ain't had no money for no beats. So I'm out here rapping on everybody else's beats, putting out mixtapes.
You're right.
And then, Boy Wonder reaches out. Yo, I love what you're doing. I wanna produce your album free of charge. Right? All the stuff that I thought we had to cut corners to get. Oh, we need to sell to get. He was bringing it when I didn't have the. That's why my faith is strong now, because I didn't have the resources, and he brought the stuff. Then somebody be like, yo, I want to shoot a video for you, free of charge. That was my first video. You know what I'm saying? And so all this stuff, I thought I had to cut corners for, and God he gave it to me in his timing, and I didn't have to fight so hard for it, honestly. You know what I'm saying? And so I just been walking with him ever since. And so, I get a lot of different people who end up rocking with the music, whether it's in the DMs, or you know what I'm saying? Because some stuff I might say might be controversial, and they might not say it out loud, but they're in the DM like, "Yo, that shit hard." You feel me? And I just leave it at that. That's why I ain't say, mention nobody.
Okay. When you in order to like fully, turn and transition over to God and be like, you know what, this is what I'm doing. Like you have to stop all sin, right? And what is like stopping all sin? Like, is it cursing, drinking, smoking?
That's not how it works.
Like tell me how it really works.
You're not strong enough to stop all sin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have it. We all out here just walking in our flesh. Like, it's not possible until you come to him, right? And so you don't come to him. That was my problem too. I want to get over here. No, I'm too dirty. That's like saying you too sick to go to the hospital. Let me heal first, then I'm going to go. Nah, go just first, and then let them get you better. And so for me, and it looks different for different people, because we all come from different backgrounds, got different traumas, and ain't all sin, right? I stopped cussing quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was taken immediately. Pornography wasn't taken immediately. You know what I'm saying? Certain stuff, I stopped having sex, right? I stopped the hustle and all that, but there's still other stuff that you have to struggle with, and it's a walk. That's why it's a walk. The Bible says a righteous man falls 7 times and gets up 7 times. You know what I'm saying? It's about the trajectory. And so most people think that I gotta just stop all sin and do all this, but if you could do that, you would have been did it. You know what I'm saying? That's why we not. And so it's God who comes in and works on our hearts and gives us the ability, and these things start falling off of us, little by little. And it's different for different people. So, right, my mother-in-law, bro, she was on, I could tell it. It's her testimony. Yeah. My mother-in-law on drugs, like messing with drugs for like years and years and years and years and years. I'm talking about like 20, 30, right? And I'm going to tell this whole part of the testimony. We took her to a regular rehab. She goes about 3 months. She comes back, relapses. We say, you know what? We're going to take her to this Christian rehab out in San Antonio or Austin. San Antonio, I think it was. We take her out there. When I tell you, it was in a moment, no drugs, no cigarettes, everything gone. Bro, I almost feel like she more saved than me now. You know what I'm saying? She's at the church ushering people, like, and so for some people, they got to struggle different, right? You know what I'm saying? Some people still struggle with cussing. For me, that was taken immediately. Why? Probably because I was going to do what I was going to do, and that couldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? But it's still the struggle still allow you to be human and be able to relate to people. Because I was the type of person, even when I wasn't saved, even when I was selling weed, I wasn't smoking it. I didn't really smoke, drink, none of that. So I think I had like a little self-righteousness in me. And I remember I would talk to homies like, man, just stop smoking it. If you wanted to, you stop. Nah, you just don't want, you feel me? And then, I'd been introduced to pornography at like 7 years old. I don't even want to go into what that does to the freaking mind, to the brain. It really does a lot of damage.
What the hell was you doing at 7 years old? Was you sneaking the videotapes or looking at HBO?
No, so you had the black box with all the channels.
Cable. That's what I'm saying. You had the cable, yeah. But it was bushy then.
No. Yo, you stupid. No, but look. Yo. So look. One day, right? I'm at my dad's, we watching TV, whatever. I fall asleep. He falls asleep with it on. I wake up and now he's asleep. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And then my stepdad had a collection that was way more deeper. You know what I'm saying? And so I say all that to say, if I'm not allowed, if you're not allowed to struggle with something, I would have probably still been self-righteous. But fighting with something hard, trying to beat it, hating the thing and still engaging in it, right, allowed me to be like, oh, okay, this person on this alcohol, he might hate that too. He might hate that he got to do this to just to feel normal, right? The person on drugs, there's something that they trying to escape from or something, you know what I'm saying? And even for the, and I don't know if it's gonna ban your stuff, the LGBT or whatever, but that's a sin in the book I rock with. But I still understand, like, yo, you can be fighting yours like I'm fighting mine, and just because that thing that you do has never been a temptation for me, it doesn't mean that I don't know what temptation is like. And hey, that just happens to be what you want. You know what I'm saying? Yours might be alcohol. I never struggle with alcohol, but I can respect the struggle.
Do you feel like that, you know, saying that is a sin? The LBD, we call it GPS over here because there's too many damn letters. Okay? Yeah, it's GPS. Yeah. My homie made it up. He like, bro, it's too many letters, we call it the GPS. That's the way they going.
Indeed.
You know what I mean? But do you feel like having that message or telling people, look, that ain't the right way? Do you feel like, you know, you scared sometimes your music could be kind of canceled or maybe canceled one day, or
that's
you know what
why
I mean?
I gotta be by myself. That's why I gotta be independent.
Yeah,
because it is a sin, and you had to be told that it was normal for years and years and years and years. Because even evolution, right? When you talk about evolution, evolution lends itself to the survival of a species. There's no way we're evolving and then fall into the GPS, because that kills us off. That's the way, like, if everybody, if we drop people on the island and they all engaged in that lifestyle, they would either die or have to revert back to men and women.
Right.
Or else they would die. So I think naturally, right, the mind gymnastics you got to do, oh, a man can get pregnant. You got to do way too much to try to make this
work.
Yeah, you feel me? And so, but that's what we do. When I wanted to keep pimping, because the money, I was making more money than I ever saw. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I had to justify it in my mind so I could keep getting my money. You feel me? And so I think we do that, and that it's about being honest with yourself. When I first got saved, I looked up, is pornography a sin? I saw. Listen,
trying to make sure.
Yo, because like, look,
I don't want to really give it up. Dang.
Hey, look, if I'm gonna start having sex, is this cool? You feel me?
He went Google it. Hold on, man. I ain't really.
But look. There was just as many sites that said it was as said it wasn't. Mm-hmm. And so what we got to be careful of is picking which sites I'm going to believe, because what I want to do already in my heart. You feel me? And so I just try to keep a pure heart, pure mind towards God, and be willing to get rid of anything He want me to get rid of, or scrap with it if it don't want to come off. You feel me?
Yeah. So, what's your overall message, man? You trying to get across to the people?
I mean, overall is always going to be to point people to Christ.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, people already have gotten, there's been a smear campaign on Jesus, right? You got people who's going to tell you, like, they beeping his name out on TV. You know what I'm saying? The music it's already been painted in a corny way before you can get to that. You watching TV, every single, like, when do you see the church portrayed in a good way on TV? It's either the church, the pastor with the Jerry curl, right? It's that, or you watching SVU and the pastor is messing with the kids. Mm-hmm. Like, there's a lot in media. All of it is designed to steer you away or to make you reject it by the time I bring it, right? And so at the end of the day, like I said, we all, if we can look in the mirror, we know that we're not the people that we want to be, regardless, as far as, you know, sin. And we all got stuff that we do that we wish that we didn't do. Right. We all got our struggles. You know what I'm saying? We're all sinful. And so, you know, God sent His only begotten Son to pay the price for the sins that we've committed. And as many times as we heard that, I still felt like I was kind of good, you know what I'm saying? But I got in that Bible, and I was like, yo, it deals with the thought. Like sometimes you can be like, well, I didn't do this, but you had hatred for him in your heart though. You didn't do it because you were scared of jail, not because you don't hate him. You know what I'm saying? The Bible says stuff like, don't sound the trumpet when you do your good deeds right before men. You know what it made me think? As soon as I read that, I said, dang, I've been to church before, and I was putting more in the plate than normal. There was a part of me inside that wanted people to see me putting it in.
Yeah, look how much I did.
You know, that's real.
Yeah.
So it's that little stuff to be like, dang, even while I was putting money in the plate, I had a part of me that wanted to be glorified and credited for it. Mm-hmm. There was still wickedness in that. So forget all the obvious bad I do, you feel me? And so, you know, Jesus Christ is the reason that we can be back in fellowship with a perfect God. You know what I'm saying? Because it had to be paid for. Anybody who knows, if you ever had somebody if somebody killed your cousin, right, and the judge give him a pass, you gonna say he crooked. What you mean? He just get to kill my cousin? But when we're the defendant, we feel like the judge needs to look the other way. But we're really asking him to be crooked on my behalf. You feel me?
What do you feel like? How do you feel about atheists?
I think atheists know that God exists. They just don't want to submit to who he is and what he does. I mean, the way he wants things to. That's why people would rather say, the universe said this. The universe. Why? The universe don't tell you what to do. You get to do what you want to do and still mentioning, because you have to have an explanation for why we here, what we supposed to do while we here, and where we go after this.
Which would be science, would probably be, you know, they rebuttal to the Bible with Jesus Christ. It'd be science.
But the science is, they haven't been able to break it yet. There's been so many scientists, all they've been able to do is catch up late. They still talking about, oh, well, we just discovered that all humanity came from one man. Like, the Bible said that, though. I literally just saw something that said, scientists finally discovered that the answer to what came first, the chicken or the egg. The Bible says he created the chickens first. You feel me? Like, it be stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, that we, years later, after wanting to reject, we want to be like, oh, you know there are benefits of fasting. The Bible told you to fast. There are you feel me? And so, I mean, if you don't want to submit to him, cool, right? But at the end of the day, what you're saying is, I got it. If there is a God, I'll pay for my own sins, right? I'm not on that type of time. I'm like, hey, I'm with him. You see that, and we don't even know the depth of what he went through. Skin being like beaten. They got something called a cat of nine tails, where they got shards of glass and nails in the whip, and they yanking his skin out. You can see his spot. Like, it's bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? But the wickedness of man is bad too. And so God is faced with the dilemma that the sin I hate is inside of the man I love. So I gotta punish it. I'm not a crooked judge. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Comes down, takes on flesh. Same way I would think we'd want to do for our own children. I jump in front of a bullet for my son in a heartbeat, wouldn't even think about it, and for my wife. Jesus jumped in front of us, took the bullet for us. Now, if any of our homies did that, we would put them on a shirt and rock them all day. So that's why we rock the cross.
All right, so let me ask you this question. Your wife, you can only say...
No. I'm not even going to think about it. I know where you're going. Not happening. I don't even want to put myself in that mindset.
Because you love your kids.
I'm not going to entertain it. Look, I'm not even going to entertain the question.
Oh my God! All right, hold on. We got all right. Well, then we ain't gonna say their life. Then hold on.
No, look, because the way I like when I
we just gonna say we gotta give somebody gotta get it out of trouble.
No, hey,
somebody gotta get out of trouble.
We saving all of them.
Yeah,
we saving all of them.
He said no, hell no.
Or I'm jumping in and drowning too. I don't know.
We all gone.
Hey, I don't know, but I don't even like to think about that. That's a whole bunch of.
Shout out to my boy, man.
Have me over here, eyes watering, mind.
Oh, that's a crazy question, man. Every time, man. That's a crazy question, man. What was the one they asked Waka Flocka that he got a lot of flack for, man? He was either you pick your woman or your kids.
I think it was that one.
Was it that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was to that extent.
So this is the thing.
I didn't know if it was to that extent, but that is crazy.
The order it is though. In marriage, your wife is first. She comes before the children. Yeah. I'm just not willing to entertain the vision of my children dying or my wife dying. Like, I'm not trying to entertain those thoughts. You feel me?
Even if it's just not that, your wife does come first.
Definitely.
Okay.
And the kids know it. See how y'all got here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Hey.
So y'all back up.
Yeah, hey, they know what it is. We riding, we on one accord. You ain't no going and you try to go to one or the other. Ain't none of that. We won. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I love that. So, you know what I'm saying? Before we get up out of here, let everybody know the music you got out. You know what I'm saying? What you want them to stream, what you want them to download, what you want them to pay attention to. Give me your Instagram, all social medias, everything, man.
Yo, what up, man? So, look, my name is Bizzle. I just dropped a new single called Anyway today. Anyway. Look, it sounds like a whole Anyway today. It's called Anyway. And really the theme of it is, man, if you could think about all of the thoughts that you've thought, right? Because sometimes we don't even do all the thoughts you thought, all the things you've done, all the things that you think would keep God from you, right? Or keep you from God. He knew that. He knows the beginning from the end from the beginning. He knew that and died for you anyway. That's the premise of the record. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you struggling with right now, you can always come to him. As far as me, you can follow me on Instagram at Bizzle, Bizzle. And then the new album, Nobody's Mascot, should be dropping on May 23rd. This is the first time I'm saying it now. Since I put it out there,
let's go.
I gotta go get on the engineer's head, make sure we get these joints mixed and mastered.
Yeah, I mean, but it's okay because you know a lot of people always be like, you know what? I was lying. It ain't coming out on the 23rd. We gonna push it back, y'all. It's all good. You know, artists love doing that, so it's all good.
Indeed.
At least put a date on it though, man. But it's my boy Bizzle, man. Make sure y'all go follow my boy. Make sure y'all go stream his music, download it, do everything you need to do, man. Right here on BACKONFIGG, man. I appreciate you for coming through, man.
Hey,
first time for everything, man.
Thank you for having me.
Save me, cause I ain't all the way saved. I'm 75% there.
Hey, we're gonna work on the 25.
Yeah, let's work on the 25, baby.
Hey, but none of us be 100. You know what I'm saying?
None of us can be 100.
Always working.
Until we go meet the man. Exactly. I love that, man. Thank you for telling me that. All right, y'all. Make big oranges in the chat. You already know what the deal is. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Like this video, you feel me? And before y'all get out of here, make sure y'all download PrizePicks, man, and use our code BOF, man. All you gotta do is use 5 to give and play with 50, man. Y'all already know the deal, man. Download it right now. Use our code BOF. Shout out to PrizePicks, man. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. Make sure y'all comment down below. Like I said, man, let me know how y'all feel about this interview. And we gone, man. See y'all next time. Yeah.